Hey folks, I'm Cerberus, this is KillaKwads, and we're going to have a little chat about the Tyro109. Now, I was kind of hoping to do a build video for this, but as you may have spotted, this is kind of our first vlog thing. I'm sitting at a desk with a camera, and the camera setup wasn't that great and didn't really know what I was doing, so there's a learning curve, but we'll get there. We'll make some more videos, we'll do some builds. But as you can see, this has yeah, this has just been out for a little maiden. These props, not bad actually, but if you hit any scraggle with them, they're going to do the dowel prop thing and just shear at the hub. Great, cheers for that. But I'll put some better props on it, it will be fine. They're 50/40s, so something HQ equivalent will be going on here. It's a really nice little quad, it flies really well. It's at a price point where it's going to appeal to beginners, and it should appeal to beginners because it's cheap and you can bash it around and not worry too much about it. It's not a 500 quid quad. But there are problems, because at that price point it's going to appeal to the newbies. And newbies, you should be building your first quad. Get it done. Bind and flies are great, I've nothing against them, but building a quad teaches you so much about it, and I recommend it. But this build, not without its issues. Okay, so what are the problems? Well, the first problem is this is tightly packed. This is a really tight build. So a couple of things you're going to notice about this. The motor wires are coming in above the 4-in-1 ESC, and then they're through hole soldered. Okay, you want to do that because you don't want to put your wiring underneath your 4-in-1, because if you do that you ain't going to fit a battery strap through there. Okay, it's that tight. You need to run your motor wires between the flight controller and the 4-in-1. Okay, but to do that you want to through hole solder them, so poke the wires through the holes and solder them. Don't be in there too long with the soldering iron, don't overheat them, because this is not silicon wire and the insulation is going to melt on you. Right, so you've got to be in and out quick with the iron. Bit of flux on the pads probably wouldn't be a bad idea beforehand. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is the camera. So hopefully this is where my newbie editing skills kick in, and we cut to a view of the flight controller and the camera connection. So what are we looking at? The camera normally in a quad is just going to take VBAT. VBAT is just battery voltage, right? The camera will take up to 6S, something like that. Hey, I'm not Joshua Bardwell, I'm not perfect. This camera doesn't like it. Okay, this camera wants 3 to 6 volts. Now, Drone Camps, I think, put a video up about this, and it's really good, but I wouldn't do it that way. Okay, he wired across the flight controller to a 3.3 volt source. I don't understand why. Right next to the camera connector, and hopefully we're looking at it now, my editing permitting, right next to that camera connector there is a 5 volt pad. The camera's happy with anything up to 6 volts. Using an X-Acto knife, other types of knife are available, lift the little plastic doohickey, pull that red lead out of the connector, snip the crimp off of it, strip the end of the wire, solder it to that 5 volt pad, job done. Okay, camera's working, and it's a really good camera actually. I've just been out, it is 9:30 UK time, so it is fully dark here now. I was out flying this about 3/4 of an hour ago, so twilight, and this camera, this little camera, yeah, not bad, not bad. No camera control with it, of course, so there's no settings you can change, but you know what, it's your first quad, that will get you by. It's certainly lots and lots better than the Tyro109, better than the 79 in fact. But the other problem comes to the VTX. So here it stands. And if you plug this in the way it's delivered to you using the 3-wire cable, okay, this one, red and black, positive, negative, and yellow camera signal. You plug that in between your flight controller and your VTX, you're not getting any smart audio. There's no smart audio wire in there. Out of the box, nothing. Can you see? Can you see an LCD LED display for your channel? No. Can you see the button you have to press to change channels? No. No, because it is buried down in there. Okay, you need smart audio. It is not an if, but, or maybe. You need it. You need to set it up. So how are you going to do that? Well, if you're really new, you don't have a spares part, which is going to make this next operation difficult, but you need a spare one of these. Okay, it can be a 3-pin, a 2-pin, a 1-pin, because what you're going to do is the same thing you did with that camera connector. You're going to use the knife, you're going to remove the pin, and then we're going to use it to get the smart audio working. So you're going to have to, again, editing skills permitting, you're going to have to connect pin 1, I can't remember, hopefully I'll show you on this photo. You'll see that the first pin is labelled data. Now on other versions of this same flight controller, like the one in the Wizard X220HV, it's labelled audio. It's labelled data because that's your smart audio connector. So you're going to take a wire out of this, you're going to put it into the correct position in this, right? Clip it in, you're going to plug that into the VTX. You're going to run this round to the flight controller as normal, and right next to the connector that goes into, you will see a pad TX5. Solder the other end of that new wire to TX5. That's it. Your smart audio is connected. The only thing you've got to do then is in beta flight, you've got to go into ports. Wow, I really hope I can learn how to edit fast and I can, like, we've just cut to a picture of ports. If you're looking at it now, wow, isn't that cool? Okay, UART 5, you're going to set to smart audio, save, bosh, job done. Throttle, mid, your left, pitch forward, you're into the smart audio, you're into the menu, down to features, down to VTX SA, roll right into that menu. Now you can set your VTX channels. Those are my tips for building a Tyro109. Oh, and jump on Thingiverse and grab yourself that battery protector, which I think I remixed from someone else, but I'll upload it for you. And you can also find up there my arm protectors, my wire protectors, and my camera protector, all for the Tyro99, and they'll all fit the 109, and it's a great little quad, and you should go and buy one. But Eachine, pull your socks up, because that's just not good enough. For newbies, that's going to be a really confusing build. So I hope that helps somebody. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I hope we can do more useful videos, and hopefully we'll have some flying as well. And I don't have something cool that I say at the end of the videos, so see ya.
I see nothing.